Hello and welcome to Mehdi's Tech Circle. So I am doing a video about the Galaxy Watch Active 2 40mm version stainless steel edition 2 days after my unboxing. So what are my impressions? And also some of you guys asked me questions about the Galaxy Watch Active 2 I want to answer. So some of you asked in the comment section of my unboxing video, and some of you saw my thread on Reddit and you asked me there some questions, so I want to answer them in this video. And let's start. So the first thing I want to talk about is the digital bezel. So Samsung introduced the digital bezel as far as I know with the Galaxy Gear S2, and they ditched it with the first generation of the Galaxy Watch Active, and now we have it back. But by default it isn't enabled, so you have to go to advanced, touch bezel, and here you can turn it on, and it's really good. You get a really tactile and precise strong vibration, so it mimics the feeling when you turned on this on the physical bezel. And at first maybe it will be for you like too fast and not accurate, but you are really getting used to, so that you can use it really precisely or more precisely to scroll through an email, for example, a long notification. Yeah, it just makes things faster. I mean, look, when I'm going to the app page, of course you can swipe. That maybe is also faster. But if you don't want to touch or smudge the display in the middle, you can just use the digital bezel. Okay, so what about the display? The display is really good. It's bright, it's a super AMOLED display, vibrate. The colors are really vibrant and they just look awesome. You can change the usual, or let's say the standard brightness here in the settings. But when you are in direct sunlight, it will adjust the brightness to a much brighter one than you have selected here in the settings. So you can read things perfectly fine in direct sunlight. So yesterday was a sunny day and I was able to just fine read everything. Then what about the heart rate measuring? In my unboxing video I told you that they upgraded the LEDs to measure your heart rate to 22. That is totally wrong, so sorry for this, but I was, I think, so hyped about the Galaxy Watch Active that I just said at this point something totally wrong. So actually there are 8 LEDs to measure your heart rate, and this is twice as many as you have with the Galaxy Watch Active, the first generation, which launched early this year. They had their 4, now it's 8, maybe also because the Watch Active 2, according to Sam Mobile, will support get with an update the EGC feature in the US in February. So that may be why they upgraded the LEDs for measuring your heart rate, your stress, and your rapid eye movement during sleep. So that's cool. So heart rate measuring is pretty accurate, and also sleep tracking. So I wore my Galaxy Watch Active 2 this night during my sleep, and I can just show you that it really accurately recorded my sleep, and it shows you really the time you were awake, and also how many % this is of your total sleep time, then the REM sleep phase, and how your light phase was, and your deep sleep. And here you can compare it with typical range. So this is the typical range of most of people in your age. So this is cool, and that works fine. Heart rate measuring, I've set not to continuously. I can show you which setting I have chosen. I chose every 10 minutes while still, so just when you are chilled, relaxed, it will measure your heart rate. You can select measure continuously. This will drain, of course, more battery, and manually measurement if you don't want anything of these two options before. So this is about the fitness features. Of course, it can track so many different types of workouts. So this is really great. You don't have to worry about there's pretty much anything for all sport freaks out there. My first battery impression. So I charged my watch 1 day ago, or almost 2 days ago. So I can show you this in the Galaxy Gear app. But I have to admit, I charged it this morning because when I woke up, I had 40% left. And I was thinking, okay, well, maybe I will charge it so that I don't have to use the power saving mode. Because the power saving mode, with the power saving mode, it will turn your display in a grayscale and you can't use any of your apps. You can just use then the phone dialer and SMS, MMS. But I thought, well, I would charge it a bit, and I charged it with the dual wireless charging pad from 40 to like almost 50%, so 10% there. And then at work in my break, I asked a colleague which had an S10e if I can charge it because it was at around 25%, and also there I thought, well, let's charge it a bit, some percent, and I charged it from 25 to 35%, so again 10%. So if I wouldn't have charged it this morning, it would have been dead like I think maybe 20 minutes ago. So not that much of difference here when we see the results. So I got 1 day and 12 hours. That's not that much, but you have to consider that I really heavily use this watch. Okay, so the battery life I will get in a normal day, we will see in my full review. All right, so performance is really great on the watch. So we have an Exynos, I don't know honestly which one this is, so sorry for this. I will tell you that in my full review, of course, so don't worry. If you want to have the full specs, you will get it there. But the performance is awesome. Everything runs through it. We have One UI 1.5 and it's just awesome. I didn't had any stutters, and yeah, great performance as far as I can tell. Then charging the watch takes like around 2 hours when it's completely empty. It's cool. So no, it's not cool, but it's okay, you know, for a watch. That's acceptable. I mean, you can charge it overnight when you have also a wireless charging pad, so that's not a problem. And if you have an S10, Note 10, you can charge it. You can do the reverse wireless charging thing, so you don't really have to worry about your battery life that much. All right. And then some of you asked about apps and functionality. So you have many apps. You can download many apps from the Galaxy App Store. And someone asked me if you have a calculator. Yes, you can download it from Galaxy apps, and it looks small, but you can still precisely type in what you want. So it's cool to have a calculator there if you just quickly need to calculate something. It's great. It has the basic functions of a calculator, and that's cool. You can also download things like a voice memo recorder from Samsung. You can install Samsung Flow, for example, to unlock your PC with your watch, an LT and barometer from Samsung, a PowerPoint controller, so you connect your watch over Bluetooth to your PC, and you can use the Bezel to continue with your slides in your PowerPoint. You can also use your watch then as a mouse pad for the PC you're connected to during a presentation, for example. So I will do a video about that too, about all the apps you can get in my most favorite apps. Just about the design is awesome. It feels sleek. It's rounded on the back, so it looks and feels sleeker than actually from the spec sheet it is. 40 millimeter is completely fine for me. I don't have that much or that big of a wrist, and in my opinion, smaller watches look better than if you have a watch which is way too big and it looks weird, you know, so it just fits fine. Also, you have way smaller bezels than with the Watch Active, the first gen, so the screen you have basically you have the same screen size like you had with the Watch Active 42 millimeter version, because now you have smaller bezels. How does it wear? So the comfort when wearing it is absolutely fine and awesome. I would say it's comfortable. It might be a bit heavier than the aluminium version because it's stainless steel, but I really like the glossy finish, and in general the build quality, it just feels like a piece of art, so it really feels amazing. Also with the leather band, of course you can change the band, so if you want to do sport, you can easily change the band to something more suitable for doing a heavy workout or when swimming and so on. So this was my impressions about the Galaxy Watch Active 2, and also I hope I answered most of the questions you had. If you have still any questions, just leave them down below. Ask me on Twitter, and I will include them in my review. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please consider to subscribe to help me grow, and share this video with someone you might think wants to buy a Galaxy Watch Active 2, or consider to buy a new smartwatch or is completely new in this area. So yeah, have a great day. See you soon in some days. Peace out, guys, and have a great day.